But
See,
I
all
think
of this needs to be talked about to young kids while they're growing up, so it can be part of them, so they know what to do. I wasn't taught that. I don't know if anybody else here was taught that.
I think in general, it seems like something there's the unspoken social contract.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody tells you that these expectations are there.
Right.
It's not until you have a child or you get into a relationship, suddenly all these expectations show up from nowhere. And not only does nobody tell you what those expectations are, nobody tells you how to accomplish those expectations.
Right.
And so you have to figure all of it out while trying to also take care of yourself as a man, as a person, as a human being. So your humanity, your manhood, your blackness, all of that is pushed to the side as you try to live up to all of these expectations. And for some men, like Eric was saying, you think to yourself, you know what, maybe I just want to just run away too. Maybe I just want to leave because this is just so much. This is too much. I don't know how to do this. And even if I don't know how to do it, I am still expected to do it.
Yeah.
And so I love your suggestion, Leo, so that we need to start talking to our boys about this, not just our girls.
Yes.
We need to start talking to our boys about relationships. We need to start talking to our boys about what it means to be a man, and from a healthy perspective, right? You're the man, and so you're in charge of the house.
Right. And you know, I'm thinking about my father right now, who passed away a couple of days ago, but 4 years ago.
Okay.
On November 15th. So I'm just thinking about the stability that he had when I was growing up. In the house, he worked. And when he came home from work, he went to work on the second job. I rarely saw him, but I respected him. But the thing is that I wanted to say is that I don't know about the emotional trauma that he was, had inside.
Dealing with
all of these 42 years of working at that place where he worked, and I didn't care about it. I just knew that we were taken care of. So you're talking about this stress of being the man of the house. Wow, that's deep.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, because you often, and it seems like it's funny because we have to carry it and without and I think I'm learning too. Some of it's internal, some of it is I'm learning even for myself. Some of it's internal for me, like these pressures that I probably magnify the pressures too, because I want to be the good father, if you will, or and husband, and I don't want to burden my wife with things that I believe or have been kind of socialized to think that I should be able to handle. Like we almost have to be generalists, and whether in the home or in the community, right? The person, people can call on, and some of it's internal in terms of just the dialogue. Like I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to kind of be reliable and dependable for people. And at the same time, I love what you said, Mr. Stanley, in terms of just, it's probably best if we kind of indoctrinate or socialize or just teach kids when they're younger, because I am part of a community now, and sometimes it's still difficult to access the resources I have. And a lot of it is because I'm having to relearn and unlearn and deconstruct some of the things that have already formed in my childhood, in terms of just my beliefs around manhood and independence. So I think that, so I do think what you said is what needs to happen.
So I think this is a really good place to end our conversation, because I think it ends at a place where we're talking about what comes next. We're talking about what this means to us, how it's affected us, how it's affecting us. And we're talking now about what can we do